Hey guys, Mike Bonadio here. So let's talk about the SEO advantage in dropshipping. Now, everyone's going to talk about ads, start with ads, you need ads, gotta get money to run ads. Look, I agree. It's best if you can start with ads, but not everyone has the budget for it, etc., etc. Now, I'm going to tell you why SEO is something you should not ignore. It should be at the top of your list in terms of priorities. And if you have no budget, it's kind of one of the most important things you should be working on. So when I built my store, I built it strictly with SEO. And I took it from zero all the way past $700,000 in sales and then sold it for about 120 on top of that. So that's about $850,000 just from SEO. No ads. I didn't run a single ad during that time. So let's talk about what is SEO. I mean, I hate to boil it down to the basics, but some of you may not even understand this. So SEO is just search engine optimization. It's just that you are optimizing your store so that Google and the search engines can understand what your store is about, so they rank it properly and starts to climb in the rankings and getting organic traffic for free. The big difference is that this traffic is free. Okay, you don't have to pay for this traffic. But the trade-off is this takes time. Ads are very fast. You can click a button and start to see traffic coming in right away. Of course, you might make sales right away, or you might just lose a lot of money right away. So it's a double-edged sword. With SEO, you are investing your time and your patience. But you are building internal value, internal equity, intrinsic value into your store. That's why it's something very important to do, because if you want to move on from your store one day, you can actually sell it. Buyers want to buy something valuable. If your store has value built into it because you were doing proper SEO work, then you can actually sell your store when you're done. You won't be able to sell a store that only ran paid ads. Good luck with that, because it just won't have any intrinsic value to it. Let's talk about the main pillars of SEO. You have your on-site SEO, which is everything in your control. That's your title tags, that's your meta descriptions, that's the URLs, and that's on-page content. All of those optimized for your keywords on a per-page basis. So your title tags need to be optimized for the keyword that you're targeting. The descriptions should be written in a way that get people to click. These are the descriptions that people see in the search results. The URLs, incredibly important, need to be optimized properly for your keyword. And then the on-page content is content, in a product page or collection, your homepage, needs to be written and optimized for the keyword. All those things you control, and all of those things are easy to do. It's just that nobody actually does them or does them properly. So if you even do SEO at all, you're already ahead of like 50% of people, because most people don't even bother doing the basics. Then you have offsite SEO, which is just link building. This is where you get the biggest pump. This is where you get the biggest return on the effort, because links are what power your store in the search engines. Google's algorithm has changed a million times, but at the end of the day, it's all powered by links. And not just any links. You don't just go out there and get a bunch of spammy links from nowhere. They have to be high quality, contextual links that are relevant to your store. If you can do that and do that properly and do that on a consistent basis, remember, this is stuff you do over time, ongoing. You don't just do it once. You don't get one link. You don't get 3 links and say, I'm done now. It's like you do it as an ongoing activity all the time. It's part of your holistic marketing strategy. As you start to build those up, your store raises in the rankings. You start to get organic traffic coming in that's free. And now you're building a brand. Now you're building internal value to your store. Let's talk about how much time it takes. Like I said, ads, very fast. You can run ads and get traffic immediately. Whether that traffic will buy from you or not is a different story. With SEO, you're looking at minimum 3 to 4 months before things start to really, the wheels start to turn. And of course, that's assuming you know what you're doing and you're targeting the right keywords. You want to make sure you're actually targeting people who are going to come to your store and actually buy. So on average, you can assume 4 to 6 months, if not longer, depending on how competitive your niche is. If you're in a really competitive niche, Could even take like a year. It's not something I'd recommend doing in a vacuum by itself. It's something that if you have the money for ads, you do both. Run your ads and in the background start to push SEO. That way, when SEO is raising in the rankings, as that lever is shifting up, you can start to shift down on the ads and start to trade your paid traffic for free traffic. And then at some point, if you can actually make that trade, then you'll just have a store that's just getting free traffic and you don't need your ads anymore. So, but like I said, it takes time. And it's not something I would recommend only doing, especially if you have money for ads. I would say to do both. If you haven't started your Shopify store yet, check out the link in the description below for a special deal of mine on Shopify. And if you want to work with me directly or see if I can help you with your store, again, check the description. There's a link to book a free call with me, totally free. I'll see if I can help you out with your store. If you're doing proper SEO for your store, you're building internal value to your store, which means you can go on to sell it when you're ready to move on. You can't sell a store that's only running paid ads because nobody's going to want that. It doesn't have any value to it. But if you're building internal equity to your store through link building, through all the good SEO work that I'm talking about here, when you're ready to move on, which is going to happen at some point, right? You're going to be able to say, I have something of value. I have something that, has its own value to it. I can go find a buyer. And you can actually go and find a buyer who will buy it from you, assuming it's actually good and has value to it. That's a huge difference. If I only ran ads in my store, I wouldn't have been able to sell it in the end. Instead, I took my store, which had a lot of good SEO value to it because I built that over the time I had it. And in the end, I found a buyer, did a deal with them, was able to move on, and not only get the income I made during the time that I ran it, but also cash out on the value of the store itself. If you guys like this video, be sure to check out this video right here for even more help with dropshipping. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss my new videos.